Hello guys. So today we are actually going to be taking another step in trying to remove and fade out this red from my hair. We're actually going to be using a product that supposedly I hear is not specifically made for temporary dyes. It's a color remover that is meant to remove permanent dyes, but I'm here to kind of show this to you. This is not a new product. This is definitely a product that you've seen many people who do their hair at home use over the years. It's a product, in fact, I believe this brand also now has a specifically dedicated semi-permanent color remover, which we'll hopefully try at some point. But I think that one is bleach based, this one is not, so I'm hoping that it will just yank all of the rest of this red color out of my hair so that we can do our next hair color transformation. So the product that we're going to be using today is none other than Color Oops. So it says Color Oops Extra Conditioning is the safest and most effective way to reverse any undesirable hair color application in just 20 minutes. Color Oops corrects your hair color by shrinking dye molecules, allowing you to simply wash them away. Our unique formula is bleach-free, ammonia-free. Color Oops will not have the damaging effects of bleach or ammonia-based products. Color Oops Extra Conditioning is enriched with aloe vera soy protein to condition and help restructure your hair during the color removal process. So, this is what we're going to be trying today. I'm hoping that it will just remove all of the rest of this red from my hair. My ends are pretty faded from the color shampoo and just in general, like, I don't think the camera really does my ends very much justice. I don't know if I get closer if you can kind of see. So it's really faded towards the ends, like it's basically almost kind of like transparency towards the ends of my hair. So that's kind of what we're working with, and then of course my roots are still pretty bright, but the color that I'm going to be putting over them is just quite a bit darker, so I might actually be able to cover these roots, and that's a surprise. That'll be for next video. But today we are just going to go in with the Color Oops. I don't know if I'll do the application here on camera because I have heard that Color Oops does have a pretty horrible smell. I don't think it smells very pleasant at all. So I'm kind of considering doing the application outside. Now, I do want to preface this video by saying I am not a hairdresser. I am not a hair professional. I just have been doing my hair at home for, I want to say, just about maybe like 10 years now. I had one bad salon experience. I actually have a video up on my channel about that bad salon experience and what I kind of did to handle it. And after the one experience, I realized that my hair and my hair texture is not something that every hairdresser I feel like is equipped to deal with. And so I kind of just learned on my own how to do my own hair, what works for my hair. It was through trial and error. Thankfully, I've never made my hair fall out of my head, so I'm hoping to keep it that way. But yeah, it really does go to show that if you do your proper research, if you know your hair texture and you know how much your hair can handle, and you do it without rushing and being very careful and precise as to what you do with your hair and how long you do that to your hair, you can do this stuff at home. Do it, of course, at your own risk, but I personally probably will never go back to a salon, especially with things only getting more and more expensive, and I do understand that they need to be paid for their time, but personally, I've done a good job with my hair at home. I feel like my hair texture never gets in my way. I feel like I know how to work around my hair texture. I know how to work around my curly hair, so I'm really the best person for me to know how to do my hair, so I have learned to do my hair that way. So yeah, I just wanted to put that disclaimer in this video. If you do your hair at home, do it at your own risk, but also, I believe in you, I believe in myself, and let's get into this video. Okay, so I've already started opening up the box. I forgot to click record. So we do have a thing of directions, which I will be reading. We have here the hair color remover step number 1, which is this bottle right here. And then we have the other bottle, which is step number 2, which is this bottle right here. So this is all that is in the box for the color oops. So you have step number 1 and step number 2. I believe what you do, as far as the other videos that I've seen and what I know about color oops previously, is that you put step number 1 into step number 2, you shake up the bottle, cut off the tip, and just apply it to your hair. So that's essentially what we're going to be doing today, but I will just read the directions just to make sure that I'm doing the correct thing. Add contents of bottle 1 into bottle 2, replace cap and shake well for 30 seconds, attach applicator tip, and apply. Okay, so the directions in here... Oh, what are you? What is this? And why is this? Wait. Is this like a bag for your head? They give you a bag? That's so funny. That is so funny. They actually give you a bag for your head. At least I would assume that that's what this is for. Because, like, why else would this be in here, right? Oh my god, and is this a glove? It's stuck to the paper, but it's a glove. That's cute. I have my own lilac gloves to kind of go with my entire aesthetic, so, yeah, I won't be using this, but that's cool. Like, if you don't have a glove on hand, they give you a glove. Is there another glove? There's another glove stuck to it. That's so funny. Okay, so they give you a cap for your head, and they give you gloves in case you don't have them. I actually do have a cap and gloves, but this is really handy in case you're a person who's only picking this up from the store and not thinking of anything else, so that is really handy. Okay, so... instructions in English, please. Which side are they on? So the directions are still just the same as on the bottles themselves. So put number 1 into number 2, shake thoroughly, shake well for 30 seconds, and then apply. We're just going to put step 1 into step 2 and get started. Okay, I've got my hair dyeing shirt on, which is just a old Nightmare Before Christmas shirt that I have, that I've gotten bleach on, and that's also like super duper big that I don't really wear anywhere. So just make sure you put on a shirt that you don't really care about. I've got my shirt on, so now we're just going to apply. I was going to do this outside, but it's windy, so I don't want to do that outside when it's windy, just so the wind can blow my hair everywhere and do what I don't want it to do. So after opening step 1, I think I underestimated how much people said that this shit stinks. Upon first sniff, it doesn't smell that bad. The second one, I was like, I don't know if I like that. So, it's not gonna be a fun smell experience for me, nor for my hair, but I'm hoping that afterward, all of my conditioning treatments will cover up the horrid smell. So, I'm actually gonna go do this outside on second thought, so I'll come back when the shit's done and on my head. So. Oh my god. Okay, so I just want to start this by saying, when they tell you that color oops stinks, it fucking stinks. Nothing in the world, nothing I have ever smelled has compared to how bad this smells. Now, the second thing I will say, ignore the red spots. It stunk so bad that I was literally just trying to speed run through this. So, like, as far as, like, the back of my head, there are some spots. There are definitely some spots that I did not get. And especially, like, all down here. Because I wasn't wasting any more time. I wasn't trying to get it on my clothes. I wasn't trying to touch it for that long. I was sick of the smell already, and I was like, oh my god. But for the most part, the back of my head, there's, like, a few spots. But look at this. All of this is perfectly fine. If you're wondering why my hair looks frizzy, welcome to Curly Hair 101. It's frizzy. That has nothing to do with the color remover. My integrity of my hair actually feels really, really fine. It still feels soft, it still feels fine. I conditioned and everything after. I shampooed it really, really well so that the dye molecules do not come back. That is something very, very important. You have to make sure to shampoo it really, really well. Yeah, this is the end result of using Color Oops. Now, if you're wondering what the hell's gonna happen to the red, well, here's the fun part. So, this will not be until next video, but I have this nifty little box from Lunar Tides. And they are a hair dye brand that I've done on this channel before, years and years and years ago. I did a couple of videos using their dyes, and the red, I know how to work with hair colors. I know enough about hair, like, color theory and everything like that, so I'm confident in the fact that, like, I know that if I have residual red in my hair, the opposite of red is green. So, with that being said, the dyes that I'm going to be using are this smoky teal color from Lunar Tides. You cannot tell from here because it is so dark. But, let me see, is this the one that I opened? Yes, it is. So, here is smoky teal. I haven't decided whether I'm doing a split dye or a whole head of hair dye, but essentially the other color that I'm also going to be using is their smoky mauve. So this is a very smoky pink color. This is what it looks like inside of the jar. So these two colors are going to be the colors that I'm going to be using, whether individually or split dye. I haven't done split dye in a while, so I could do individual or I could do split. It really depends. But both of these colors will go over the residual red that is left perfectly fine. So this will not be until next video. So no, I will not be leaving my hair like this, but as for this video, I will be leaving my hair like this in order to be able to put this up for you guys about Color Oops. If you have red hair, I definitely recommend Color Oops. The integrity of my hair is fine, my curl pattern's fine, I don't have to worry about, like, my hair doesn't feel dry, it doesn't feel brittle, it doesn't feel like it's breaking off. I had no hair loss in the tub, so as far as the conditioning aspect, probably is true, but I know that it's not damaging, I can tell you that much. If your hair does feel dry, just put a hair mask on it. People don't understand that the difference between dry hair and damaged hair. Dry does not necessarily mean your hair is damaged. Now, if your hair doesn't dry at all, and it's gummy and stringy and doesn't ever dry and it takes 3 days to dry, that's a different story. But if your hair is simply just dry feeling, just, you know, some hair masks, some conditioners, it does not mean your hair is, you know, it doesn't mean you need to shave it all off. It just means that it needs a little bit of moisture. I will end this off here. It worked. It got all the red out. My roots were super bright red and now I'm super blonde. So yeah, I will see you guys in the next video when I decide to color my hair. So thank you so much for being here with me and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!